Hello, friend, and welcome. If you're new here, I'm excited to meet you, and if you're returning, I hope you're having a much better day than the last time we talked. And I want to remind you that my readings, we talk about shadow work. We talk about what it is that you need to do in order to help you get further into your life. And we do it with a little bit of shadow work, we do it with a little bit of intuitive messages, and some tarot and oracle cards. So today, I want to focus on what it is that is blocking us, what it is that is keeping us forward, what it is that's keeping us from the thing that we are actively working to manifest, achieve. So let's figure out what it is that's blocking us. You know, the cards were like very jumpy in the beginning, and now they're like being stubborn, which kind of makes me feel like we are being really impatient about something, that we are trying to get results quicker than what they should be. You know what? That way. And I don't know. There just feels something significant about that. Overthinking. Alright, so being in our head too much, getting, caught up in the what ifs, the shoulds, the coulds. And the easiest way to get out of overthinking is to start actively doing something. And I'm not talking about like anything crazy. I'm literally just mean like do dishes, do the laundry, clean your house, something. The easiest way to get out of your head and into the present and into the now is to put your focus and energy and attention on something. And it doesn't have to be anything complicated, but it has to be something that's not doom scrolling. It has to be something that, isn't going to let your brain just wander. If you have a crochet project and you need to put your focus on it, cool. But if you're me, none of my crochet projects take focus. My mind can wander. So that would not be something to ground me. So what is it that you can do right now to ground you, to get you out of your head and into this moment? Is it folding laundry? Is it, maybe just listening to music, getting your head to shut up? Do something. Ask yourself what needs to be done, not what can I do. Ask yourself, what can I do right now, this very moment? Like, seriously, pause the video and look around and see what it is that you can do. Maybe you can just take something to the trash. Just that thing on your coffee table that's needing to be thrown away for 2 days now, throw it away. So do something to get out of your brain. I'm not saying that that's going to cure your problem. I'm just saying right now, it's a matter of us being in the present. Desperate. All these cards are. Alright. So when I see desperate, it's always an agonizing feeling. And every time I see this card, I just get filled with overwhelm, despair, and like there's no way out. And that I'm just gonna be in this vortex of hell for a long time. Because I've been desperate. I've been there multiple times in my life. And every time I see this card, that's what I'm reminded of. So the point here is that, yes, you feel this way. You feel like there's no hope. You feel like there's no chance. You feel like there's nothing that can be done. How many other times have you overcome desperate situations and found answers? This is no different. And while you feel like there's no possible chance that, there's a way out of this, that's part of the problem. There is a way out of this. And right now, when we're desperate, specifically when we're feeling desperate, when we're feeling anxiety, we need to start looking for solutions. And I'm not talking about solutions to your current problem. Like, yes, that would be the obvious thing, but just simple solutions. Very simple solutions. What can you do to start making yourself feel better? Do you need to take a shower? Do you need to eat? Do you need to drink water? What is it that you can do right moment in this moment now? Just like I was talking about with overthinking. What is it you can do to put yourself in the present now? But not only put yourself in the present now, but what is it that you can focus on that you can complete or solve? Is it, again, just washing dishes? Because here's the thing. The more solution-oriented you get, the more a solution will come to you in your bigger problem. But it starts by focusing on solutions. And by focusing on solutions that aren't about your actual problem, you start to get answers to your actual problem. You're like, Kirsten, that's the dumbest thing I've heard. All right, we'll try it. If it's so dumb and it's going to be so easy, then try it. Because I don't know how many times in my own life, the answer to my big problems has come to me when I'm folding laundry, when I'm doing the dishes, when I'm cleaning out my car. You'll be surprised. And it's not necessarily that it's going to be a simple or easy solution, but it's the solution that you've been looking for. And yeah, it's probably going to require work. That's going to be part of it, unfortunately. If we're in this space, work is going to be something that we need to do to go forward. But we need to become solution-oriented in order to get out of this phase. Unexpected blessings. This card is that reminder that, again, the answer isn't going to be instantaneous, and it's not going to be something that is going to make sense to you right away. Every time I see the unexpected blessings card, it's just that aggravating truth that you need to start going on the path. You need to start doing the thing. You need to start the journey to get yourself out of this eye of the hurricane, to get yourself out of this tornado, to get yourself out of whatever this mess is. And that the answers and the solutions are going to come to you as you move forward. What do I mean by that? Okay, let's say you're trying to leave a toxic environment. And the only thing that you can do right now is to clean your laundry and, make sure your room is good. That's all you have control over. Okay, cool. Do that. And then the next time that you find yourself being able to invite someone over, you're honest about the situation and they're like, okay, I know how to help you. Can you pack your bags up and leave? And because you've already done your laundry and you have everything in order, that's something real instant to do and you can get out. And then once you're out, you have all the things that you need with you and you don't have anything left. So you have no reason to go back into that toxic environment. And then from there, you're with somebody new. That is the unexpected blessing. And it's not that you're, going to be with them forever, but now you have more options and more opportunities to get out. So it seems silly, but trust me when I say, do what you have in your ability to do now. And know that as long as you're focusing on the goal, things will come to you. Inner strength. This is that reminder that you have to stay strong in your, faith. You have to stay strong in your trust. You have to stay strong in your goal. You have to remember what you're trying to do and you need to go after it. This does not mean that you, just accept defeat. This does not mean that you're going to be doing it forever. This means that you're going to be doing something and you're going to get stronger and stronger as you continue to get closer to your goal, to the point that once you have to do that final phase or that final test, whatever the frick you want to call it, it's going to be easy. Inner strength. It's what's inside of you. And right now I feel real called to talk about anger, because anger is an emotion that has been villainized, because we all know what anger looks like when it's used in a destructive property. A lot of us forget that anger can be used for good too. How many times have you angry cleaned your house and it's gotten the cleanest and the fastest it's ever been? How many times have you angrily, done something in a way that benefited you? You realized because of anger, you're not going to put up with this anymore and you decided to create boundaries. You used anger to give yourself courage to say, you know what? This is no longer about you. This is about me, and you start putting yourself first. Anger is a neutral emotion. It's what you choose to do with it. Whether you choose to use it for good or destruction, whether you choose to use it for creation or, just apathy, it's up to you. What is it that you're going to do? And if you need to utilize that anger to help you get that, little boost in strength, do it. I'm curious to see what the tarot cards have to say about what's keeping us blocked. Because right now, the oracle cards were very clear about the fact that it's about us just needing to, do more mundane things in order for us to move forward. But I don't know. It's not that this was a tough message to receive. It's not an answer that even I would like to be on the receiving end for. So let's see what the tarot cards have to say. Four of Swords in its reverse position. Four of Swords is coming in telling me that you've allowed yourself to rest. You've allowed yourself to recover, and now it's about integration. What do I mean about integration? Okay, so the extreme example, but the very visual and understanding example I like to give is that you had some type of surgery. And the initial recovery stage of surgery, where you're just recovering, allowing things to heal, is when the Four of Swords is in its upright position. But when it's in its reverse position, that's when you need to start doing the physical therapy. And that's when you need to start integrating healing into your life so that way you can get back to full strength. I'm not saying you're at full strength right now, but I'm saying that we need to allow ourselves to start integrating whatever those next phases are. And yeah, just like physical therapy, where it could have been something that was easy for you to do or that should feel easy for you to do, it's going to take time for you to get back to full strength. So know that while, yes, recovery is still part of it and you might be going at this slower than you want to, that's okay. It's not about you getting it done quickly. It's about you getting it done safely in a way that works for you. So allow yourself to integrate what you're trying to do and what you need to do in a slow, steady way, but keep integrating it. The Star in its reverse position. All right. I'm sighing because this is like one of those things where like this message is one of those times where it's like there's not an easy answer because there's still so much that has to be done, and it's not fun to hear, but it's the truth. Because when I get the Star in its reverse position, this tells me that you're in a middle state. What do I mean by that? Okay. So you decide that you're going to do something to change your life and you're going to go after this goal. And the metaphor, the visual example I like to give for this is you go into a tunnel. You start in the tunnel on the side, all light and everything, and then you go into the darkness, and all of a sudden you're in this middle spot. You can't see the light from here anymore, and you can't see the light from here anymore. You have two options. Well, actually, technically you have like three. But like, you can stay there forever, which that's not much fun. You can go back to the way you came, and go back to that old life that you're trying to change, that you're trying to escape from, but you at least know what to expect. You know the known, you know it all. Or you can start to walk forward into the unknown, one step at a time, trusting that there's going to be that light on the other side, not knowing what it's going to look like and knowing that it's going to have pitfalls and, obstacles and everything else along the way. That's what the Star reverse means. It's that you're in that middle space. So yes, it feels frustrating, it feels exhausting, it feels desperate because you don't know what you're doing, and that's okay. That is okay. Because you're leaving behind the known and you're stepping into the unknown. And the unknown is the way forward, which sucks and is scary, and I get that, but you need to move forward. Ooh. Then we have the King of Coins. I want to remind you that coins is not just about your finances, it's about your time and energy, because you spend time and you spend energy. King of Coins is not somebody that's going to come rescue you. This is you. I don't care if you're male or female, this is the divine masculine of the earth suit. And this is your ability, to know and do what it is that you have to in order to create the life that you want to. And earth is not a quick element. Earth is the slowest of all the elements. So the king here is being very methodical and realizing that, okay, I have to do stuff today, and I have to plan for tomorrow, and I have to plan for a couple days from now. You have to do short-term and long-term. And the king knows that everything that it does is to build up to that long-term goal. So again, it's that act, it's the need to do something, because the divine masculine is an action thing. So this is something that you actively need to do in order to get to that long-term goal. It's about you doing the things. It's about you doing what is necessary in the moment. And you're gonna be like, Kirsten, I think that doing the dishes and doing the laundry is the dumbest way for me to get to what I want to get to. Look, I know I don't have proof or good reasoning or science to back me up on this one, but trust me, okay? I've been doing this enough that I know that when it comes to me finding answers or me getting to whatever I'm going for, the mundane is honestly the quickest way. It feels slow, it feels silly, it feels non-productive, and it feels like it's not getting us anywhere to where we need to be, but it is. Because it's you showing up for yourself. It's you allowing yourself to trust in yourself. It's you building that strength and trust within yourself and in your intuition, and you knowing that, hey, I can take care of myself, so I can take care of whatever else comes my way. Then we have the Queen of Swords in her reverse position. Swords is that air element. And the Queen, when she's in her reverse position, she's all about being critical, mean, harsh, just downright rude and unfriendly because she's just exhausted, and so she's snapping at everybody. Again, I don't care if you're male or female, this is divine feminine of the air suit here, and this is telling me that you are just giving into that super critical voice inside your head that's telling you you could be doing better, you could be doing more, instead of just and telling it to shut up. Yeah. You're like, Kirsten, if I could tell this voice to shut up, I would. Okay. So do it. Yeah, easier said than done. I hear what you're saying. Listen though. The easiest way to get the critical voice out of your head is to write it on paper. And you're going to be like, but manifestation, blah, 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 blah. I don't care. You want to get thoughts out of your head. You want to get them to shut up. Write it on paper. As soon as you write a whole litany of things that is negative about yourself, that you don't believe about yourself, that's not true about yourself, that's negative, as soon as you get all of that out of your head, you're going to have a clearer head. Not saying that your inner critic's going to be nicer. I'm just going to say it's going to have less ammo. It's going to have less it can throw at you because you literally took away most of the stuff that it needs in order to be mean to you. And then you want to turn that voice around, you want to shut up that critic, then start using the power of affirmations. And I'm not talking about you going like, okay, let's say that you're in a really bad situation and you're like, I'm the scum of the earth and I'm trying to get you to say, I love my life. No, I felt like I was the scum of the earth, and if I used the affirmation of, I'm a great person and I love my life, I would have gotten nowhere in life. What I am saying though, is you need to use realistic affirmations in order to help you to move up. So if you feel like you're the scum of the earth, if you feel like there's nothing good going for you, if you feel like there's nothing that you can accomplish in life, and you want to get a realistic step up, just go to you're a person. That's okay. It doesn't have to be super optimistic. The super optimistic affirmations are like a fad diet. Make it a realistic affirmation. So instead of saying I'm the scum of the earth, just say I'm human. Yeah, and that might be a hard touch for some of you. It was for me in the beginning, I'm not gonna lie. But it's what gets you to the next step. And then from that step, you can move up to something better. And then move up to something better. So the Queen of Swords here, she's got nothing to help you with. Unless you choose to do something different about it. Unless you choose to allow yourself to think differently. And understand that in order to get past whatever's keeping you in this place, has to do with the way you're thinking about yourself, has to do about your thoughts. Again, write them all, get them all out, write them all out, write them from yourself, and start working to turn that voice around. So we understand that part of what we need to do to get past this is a lot of integration, a lot of mundane stuff, a little bit of planning, and getting our voice to be nicer to ourselves. I want to point out too, that like overthinking and the Queen of Swords are like hand in hand. Sorry, that parallel just struck me like, and I had to point it out. So let's actually figure out what it is that we can do to help us get our feet back into the ground, to help us utilize this King of Coins energy more, and just, again, tell that inner critic that, hey, you know what? You're not the boss of me. Easier said than done, I know. I also have to deal with my own inner critic, who, before I made this video, was very loud and unnecessary because she thought that she had something to prove, I guess, and it took me a minute to, deal with it, but I dealt with it. Tranquil Sloth. Tranquility, tolerance, diplomacy. Proud and noble guardian, grant me the power to rise up and shine. So, the Sloth kind of actually perfectly pairs with this King of Coins card because it's one of those things where it's going to take time, but you're gonna get there. And the Sloth doesn't try to move faster than what it moves. It just knows where it's going and it's happy to go along. And the tranquility, intolerance, and diplomacy with this card are also that reminder too that it's you doing what is best for you, but finding peace in the journey along the way. And as long as you're not in any immediate danger, you can do things that allow yourself to find comfort. And if you are in immediate danger, then actively seek help. There are like plenty of hotlines and organizations that can help you to get to the place where you can start in this tranquil space. Wise owl, wisdom, perception, discipline. Make a wish to the moonlight and find darkness. So this kind of goes with that star card. How I was talking about, like, you wanting to do something to change your life and you're in the middle. The wise owl comes in and says, yeah, you're in the middle. You did the easy portion of the work. You're gonna be like, Kirsten, none of this was easy. Hear me out. You did the portion of the work that you knew you had to do. Now it's the more difficult portion, and this is the unknown. This is moving forward with faith and trust. This is part of discipline. It's not fun, I get that, but you can do it. I know you can do it because you wouldn't have started this journey if you couldn't. It just feels impossible now, but it's not. So allow yourself to remember that as you find darkness, that is part of the answer. The unknown is part of the answer. You going into the middle, continuing in darkness and not knowing what to expect is part of the answer. Stoic mouse. Contentment, stealth, humbleness. You need to unlock hidden potential. So the stoic mouse is actually really cute. Comes in and is that reminder to realize that what you're doing is much bigger than what you think it is. And I don't mean that to like scare you. I want you to understand that what you're doing is something that you need to take one step at a time, that you need to allow yourself to focus on what's right in front of you instead of focusing on the big picture. Because when you focus too much on the big picture, it gets overwhelming. That's when we get into our head. That's when we allow the Queen of Swords to come in. That's when we have those desperate feelings. We need to lean into this inner strength, okay? This inner strength and this mouse card kind of go hand in hand. Because mice create their own little habitats, create their own little worlds, and do what they need to. And they do it without thought or reason. They just do what they need to survive, to live. But also, this card talks about unlock your hidden potential. So there's something about you that you're ignoring too, and that you need to give yourself the ability to realize it's already part of who you are. That the answer, some part of this answer, does lie within you. And I think it's literally about you just moving forward and allowing the unexpected blessing to happen in whatever form it's supposed to. And that has something to do with you walking to that darkness and realizing the unknown is scary, but that's where the answer lies. And allowing yourself to receive whatever this unexpected blessing is, as long as you know you're prepared for it. How do you know you're prepared for it? Because you've been doing the mundane and you've been doing the things that you need to for yourself. Unique unicorns. Resilience, creativity, uniqueness. An inborn tendency for creativity, finding your creative passion. I said with the overthinking card that the answer is in you doing something. And I talked about how creativity, science has proven, allows you to create new synapses and pathways so that way you can think things differently and work through things. This card 100% backs that up. Resilience and creativity and uniqueness. Be your own self. Be your own person. An inborn tendency for creativity, find your creative passion. Do what it feels right to you. Do what means something to you. Don't care if you're good at it. Just do it. If you want to paint, pick up a canvas or even if you've got like good paper, like a pad, a drawing pad or a sketch pad that's good paper to it, pick it up, get some paints and allow yourself to paint. If they don't have to be great paints. You can get paints from Dollar Tree or Five Below. I used both of those stores to start out my painting hobby. And I'm still not great at painting. I'm good at painting the stuff that my husband creates. And for some reason, watercolors on wood work really well for me. Acrylic on wood works really well for me. That is my preferred medium when it comes to painting. Not anything I would have been able to figure out on my own if I didn't just kind of fuck around and find out in the beginning. Another way you can create is just by just being goofy. Let yourself be a 4 or 5-year-old again and be bad at something. And just do something for the sake of doing it. Because there's going to be an answer there. And I don't know what that answer is going to be, but that answer is going to be something that you didn't even realize was available to you until you start doing this. I'm just looking for some encouragement now. Some encouragement to help us know what it is that we need to do in order to move forward. Some encouragement to help us get through this unknown, get through this period of, I don't want to call it darkness. I mean, it is darkness, I guess. So I guess it is through this period of darkness. But through this period of what feels like a test, and it kind of is a test, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. The universe does test you to make sure that you really want what it is that you're doing. You really want what it is that you're going after and changing. And it's not necessarily pass or fail. It's about you anchoring those roots and trusting in your inner strength. And the more you rely on your inner strength, the more you kind of pass, but like it's not obvious either. Like I don't know. I don't like it talking about like test from the universe because it's such an ambiguous thing that we all have to go through. But you always know when you're in one and you always know when you succeed, but you can't really explain how it all worked out. It's more or less about you finding out more about yourself and growing from it than it is anything else. So we have connection. Stay connected with others, nature, and the universe. This is huge. This is reminding you that the answer is not just by you isolating yourself and disconnecting yourself from everything. And this card literally says, stay connected with others, nature, and the universe. So reach out to your friends and family. Reach out to, your spirit guides, to God or goddess, or, the Christian God, whatever it is you believe in, and connect with nature. Ground yourself. And you're going to be like, Kirsten, I live in a place where it's currently snowing outside. Okay, cool. You can still put on boots and a coat and hug a tree. Like, you can still be a part of nature, even in the wintertime, even in the moment that I'm recording this. I currently see snow outside. I still went outside and played with my dog. That's connecting with nature. If you have pets, that's nature as well. If you have houseplants, that's nature. Find a way to connect, find a way to ground. I'm gonna put these cards over here. Abundance. Abundance comes from inner fulfillment and outer effort. This one feels like a slap in the face. I get it. It's not like a really big ring around that sun. But hear me out. It's one of those things where this is talking more about fulfilling yourself on the inside and understanding that the outward example is going to show eventually. Inner strength and abundance are complementing each other right now. Because the more that you build this inner strength, the more you keep working on this resilience, the more you keep working on the discipline, the more you keep allowing yourself to create, the more abundance is going to happen. And it's going to happen slowly at first, and then it's going to build up, and it's going to compound, and then eventually, before you know it, it's going to be overflowing. But the King of Coins is here come to say that this isn't going to be instantaneously, and this most likely isn't going to be overnight. And the earth energy is strong here. So allow yourself to understand that you have to work and process and plan and continue to show up for yourself in order for this to work. Trust your intuition. The universe guides you. I don't remember what card I talked about trusting your intuition with, but I 100% said that you had to trust your intuition and you had to give into it and you had to keep building it. And like this card is just that confirmation. That synchronicity is huge. And I also love how like this abundance card has sun, like, okay, and the big like ring I talked about here, but then she's got like the sun and she's in the shadow. And again, that reminds me about this unexpected blessings where the answers aren't going to be clear until you're doing the thing. The answers aren't going to be known right away. It's that darkness that you need to work with. She's in the dark. But because she trusts her intuition, she finds the path. She finds the way. Love. Love is everywhere. Open your heart to feel it. Not talking about romantic love. I'm not talking about intimate love here. I'm talking about true love. Natural love. Unconditional love. The fact that you are living on a planet that provides all the oxygen that you need, that provides daily sunlight, that allows you to have food and grow your own things. The unconditional love. Allow yourself to be open to that and to receive that. And if you can't love yourself right now, I get it, that's hard and difficult for a lot of us, then allow yourself to feel the love that comes from Mother Gaia, that comes from the earth, that comes from the spirits, that comes from everything that you have around you. Allow yourself to receive that and to love it back, and eventually you'll be able to nurture your own self-love in the process. And if you are honestly just so aggravated and uncertain, go ahead and share your story in the comments. Let us hear it all. Vent, just let us have it in the comments so that way you can actually get the things off your chest that you need to get off your chest. If the only way you can get this Queen of Swords to get all of her thoughts out is to write them out, and you don't have a journal, but you have access to the comments, utilize it. There's no way you can tell me that you can't write out all those negative things. You have some outlet. I know you have an outlet because you're watching this video. And if you have more questions or you want more further guidance on your specific situation, I do have a link in the description below for private readings. I do have some time available still. And this is all I have for you today. And I know this is a heavy message, but I know that you're going to succeed. I know you're going to succeed because you've made it this far and you can continue to go further. You're going to do this and you're going to be amazing at it, so just trust yourself and continue on with the process. That's all I have for you today. Let me know it resonates, and I can't wait to see you again and hear about your success. I love you. Bye-bye.